Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stock Watch, and this is your stock watch list for Monday, September 18th. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the overnight futures. The futures on the Dow are down about 7 points, and the S&P futures are basically flat to down about a point. The NASDAQ futures are up about 2 points. Let's go ahead and we'll get into it for tomorrow. For your companies reporting earnings before the bell tomorrow, we have STNG, and after hours we have SCS. So not too much going on as far as tomorrow for earnings. For economic information for Monday, we have the housing market index at 10 o'clock. And that's pretty much it for Monday. All right, just be aware though, on Tuesday the FOMC meeting begins, and then we get the announcement on Wednesday, and then the Fed Chair Yellen, she'll be taking questions, and she does have a presser, and that'll be on Wednesday. So just keep all that in mind for the week ahead. For your earnings calls for Monday, September 18th, we have LITB, and they're at 8 o'clock, STNG, Scorpio Tankers, that's at 11 o'clock in the morning. And that's about it for our earnings conference calls from Earnings Cast. For your commodities in the overnight, just gold is down about $4 right now on the gold. We're going to be keeping an eye on WTI, see if it can hold above 50 this week. Big number for WTI crude oil. So crude oil will definitely be on watch this week. It's Sunday night, and it's about 15 minutes to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and this came out over the wires from Wall Street Journal. Northrop to buy Orbital, so NOR buying OA. The deal could be worth $7.5 billion, and that's from the Wall Street Journal. The other story we have to watch again is Maria, now a hurricane headed toward the Caribbean, according to U.S. forecasters. So that might be in play, Hurricane Maria. And that's about it for the Sunday night so far. So before we get into the watch list, just take a quick look at the Qs. You see we're popping up against this 146.50 spot, and we'll see if we can clear that tomorrow. We had a strong week last week for the indexes, and a lot of stocks, especially the semiconductors, pushed up. So, I just wanted to show you this. We are at all-time highs on the Dow. I think the NASDAQ composite also. And I didn't want to show you the SPY because it went ex-dividend on Friday, so it's kind of giving us a false reading. So that's why I'm showing you the QQQ. All right, let's go ahead and get right into the watch list. And, we have to watch this ALDX, very strong stock. We played this one in the room on Thursday. Got a nice pop in it over this $7 break. It ran to 11. And a very nice move in ALDX. So this one will be on watch. I would have to set up on an intraday chart for me. AMAT, this one, semis have been very strong, although I don't like this inverted hammer here that we're looking at, but this 48 area could be interesting if we break above, 48 on that name on Applied Materials. ASTC. Now I know we have a lot of stocks on the watch list, and obviously we can't play them all, but there's so many good looking charts that I didn't want to leave any particular one out. As my viewership knows, I don't know exactly what price zone you play, so I give you a little variety so you can kind of pick and choose. Anyway, so this ASTC, this is under $1 name, and did get a nice volume pop. It is in aerospace and defense, so not a favorite of mine, but if you like to play these under $1 names, ASTC might be one to watch. CAMP, this daily is looking very nice. It's back above the 50 SMA. And we might get a nice push up through 1950 on CAMP, Communications and Equipment. The volume was about 400,000 shares, so this would be more of a swing trade. So let's watch that 1950 spot. CATB, nice pop here. It is below the 200 SMA. 900,000 shares traded. You see on Thursday, traded as high as $1.74, so it would have to get over like $1.76. Just be aware, like I said, the 200 SMA is right up there at $1.89, so keep that in mind. Next up, we're going to take a look at CLSN. Nice pop, but it is coming up to the 50 SMA, but you see it popped here, popped over it here, but this looks like a much better candle to me. I wish the volume was a little bit heavier. It's under 600,000 shares, but we do have a high in the name at $1.55. So this CLSN, it's in the biotech space. Maybe it wants to start turning the corner. So I'll have this one on watch. CNAT, CNAT. Nice daily. It's above the 200. It held the 200. We're back above the 50 SMA, the blue line you see here. Looking for that $6 break. All right. And then after that, we do have some resistance up there at 625. So just keep that in mind on CNAT. CUDA with FireEye, FEYE, moving up nicely. Maybe CUDA wants to join the party. We'll see if it wants to take out the highs from Friday. This would be more of a swing trade over 2460. Would have to clear that. And you know, we got 3 million shares traded in the name on Friday. So let's see if this one can give us a nice move. ESPR, this one over maybe 52. The high was 52.47. So if we can get back over, say 52.10 in that area, 1.2 million shares on ESPR, we might get a nice continuation move. EYEG, actually, here's the 5-minute after hours chart. And this one popped up, so it'll be on watch for Monday, see if there's any type of continuation in EYEG. Fold, F-O-L-D, you see the daily is setting up nicely here. It's holding above the 50 SMA. It's starting to turn back up. You know, if it can get back over that 1405 area, you know, we might get a continuation move in FOLD. Fred, you know, this deal may be back on with Boots Alliance, and I'll show you that chart too. WBA. So these kind of all count as one. WBA popped on Friday. RAD also popped on Friday. So RAD, FRED, and WBA will be on watch to see if they're going to, you know, reignite this merger with RAD and WBA, which is Boots. Walgreens Boots Alliance. So let's see what's going on there. And then I think Fred gets some of the stores too. So I think that's why Fred popped also. And just to we'll take a look at CVS. That one's been very strong. So maybe this RAD, FRED, and WBA, you know, maybe this one, these are going to get going. So I'll count those as one. Groupon. Nice flagging here, nice consolidation. I would like it to get up over, you know, 450 here. 11 million, over 11 million shares traded on Friday. You see it's holding the 20 SMA. So interesting name here if it can pop up. Let me also check out Grub. I don't have it on the watch list. No, Grub not so nice. So Groupon looks much nicer than Grub. So take a look at that one if that interests you. A little small. Oil and equipment name, HOS, 1.2 million shares traded. So this one we'll have on watch. If oil's going to continue to move up, we might get a play in HOS. INFI, nice pop on the name. Looking for the higher day break of $1.32, maybe $1.35. Might have to give way also. So keep this one on watch, INFI. And then I was going to say HUSA when I was talking about HOS. This one had popped on Thursday, then pulled back. So that's why that one's not as interesting, and it's under the 50 SMA, whereas Haas is above the 50 and, you know, looking strong here. So we'll see if that one, like I said, wants to give us a trade. Depending on what gold does tomorrow, it looks like it may be down a little bit. But this KL, Kirkland Lake Gold, holding very strong at the 20 SMA, holding this 1250 spot. So this looks like a very strong gold stock on KL. I believe this is a Canadian company, so keep your eye on that one. MBOT, we traded this one in the room on Friday. We got a nice pop. You see the volume that came in on MBOT. So it looks like it's trying to turn the corner here. And we'll see if it can move up maybe to about that, we'll say the $1.50 area first. And then after that, you know, you would have the 100 SMA, $1.75, and a couple of numbers in the way. Moss, the Mosaic Company, this is agricultural stock, ag group. And, you know, if this can get over maybe 2075, it's starting to turn the corner. It's like the laggard in the group. You have POT moving up, IPI, that one moved up. What's another one? CF is another ag holding. So these are moving up. So maybe MOS wants to join the party. Over 6 million shares came into the name on Friday. MRTX, nice pop on Friday, and so we'll see if this one wants to maybe set up intraday for Monday or maybe later in the week. It does have, the moving averages need to play catch up now, but it did pop, so we'll see if that one wants to give us a setup. NTBC medical transcription is stalled here right under the 100 SMA, which is at $1.58. If it can clear that $1.58, maybe we get a continuation move. You see that it's holding above the 50 SMA. The 5 is crossing the 10, the 5 EMA crossing the 10 SMA. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, now you can see it better. It's kind of crossing the 10 SMA when they touch. I kind of call that a cross. NBLX. Nice pop in this name. You see we have that round number 50 up above. Would like it to pull back. Obviously, it's had 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Oil and gas name. So I'd like some kind of pullback, some kind of consolidation. But that one might be interesting. Only 205,000 shares, so in that one. OPXA, this one 197,000 shares, so a little bit light on the volume. But it did pop on Friday. You see we have this kind of wedge forming here. All right, and trying to maybe get out of this consolidation. So if you like these, $1 names, you might want to keep an eye on that. PPC, this one, nice move up. It's been holding around that 20 SMA. I don't know what happened here. I'm not sure, but almost 2 million shares. So, the obvious spot here is either the highs from Friday, 29.66, which for me, I would wait for 29.75, or you could wait for the $30 break in that one. QLYS, very strong software application, 700,000 shares, came down to the 10 SMA, that $50 area, and popped. So we'll see if this one wants to maybe set up for a swing trade. The high is 51.40, so if we can catch it maybe down near 51 or just below 51, we could get a trade in that one. QRVO, semiconductor name, nice pop. Semis were very strong on Friday. The obvious number here is that 75 resistance spot. I'm sorry, that's 76 resistance spot. Let me move this up a little bit. So we hit it here, 76. So we'll see if we can get over maybe 75.80. Maybe we clear that 76 spot, or maybe it pulls back to about 75. So QRVO, it's in the right space. They were very hot. RAD, we talked about. RADA, RADA. Electronics, nice pop, over 500,000 shares. You see we held this 275 spot. We're back above the fast moving averages, so we'll see if this one wants to set up on an intraday chart. I mean, it's had a nice run, and then on Friday it was up 10%, so not a favorite. RGLS, nice pop out of this consolidation. It's had several days up. But once these things start gaining momentum, they can keep that momentum going. So this one might be interesting. Rambus, this one, coming up to that 1350 number here. Maybe we pull back, maybe some kind of red to green move. Almost 2 million shares came into the name. SHAK, this one popped on Friday, got some volume in the name. It's still below the 50 SMA, so we'll see how this one wants to set up. SINO, we were talking about this one for several videos, and now it's popped up, so we'll see if this one maybe wants to set up. Next up we have SITO, telecom services. So it looks like maybe over 475, 480, maybe this one gets going. It is back above the 50 SMA. We held this like 375 spot on it. Snap, this one would have to get back over maybe 1540, maybe 1550. Maybe we'll get a continuation move up through 16 on Snap. SQNS, nice pop, nice volume. This one, the high is 360, so watch for that 360 to get taken out. TNK, another shipper, big volume, came in, 4 million shares. It's up here at the 50 SMA. It's come up to that and pulled back, but this looks like a better candle. So, you know, it came up on a bunch of scans, so I had to just give you guys the information on TNNK. TXMD, kind of holding above this 10 SMA. We'll see if this one wants to get going. Closed at 660, maybe 670. 665 might be enough for this one. 3 million shares came into the name on Friday. UQM, nice pop, over 700,000 shares. You know, if you like these, like I say, $1 names, if you could take out the highs here, this 105, it's in auto parts. So, you know, maybe this one gets going on UQM. VSTM popped again on Friday. You see it's kind of in this tight channel here. Between 575, we'll call it 525, 515. So we'll see what this one wants to do, if it wants to set up. WBA we spoke about. Wing, W-I-N-G. You know, this BWLD came up off the bottom, all right, and a nice pop. So, but WING actually has a nicer chart. If you can clear this 3410 spot on WING, this one has held above the 50 SMA, over 600,000 shares traded on Friday, so it has a better chart than BWLD, so we'll see what it wants to do. Walmart, you know, if you like these slow and steady, we're going to be going into Christmas soon. September, we're in September now. Christmas is, you know, coming up. So maybe this Walmart is going to be the one that competes against Amazon. 80.75 would be where I needed to clear out, though. That was the high, 80.75, or you might want to wait for the 81 break on Walmart. And that's about it. That's the stock watch list for this Sunday night from Zozo Stock Watch. Let me see. I think there might have been one more VL I didn't put down. You know, this VBLT. Not much volume, that's why I don't like it. This was one that kind of got rejected, but you know, biotech name, you never know. VBLT, if you want to add that one to your list. And let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to possibly mention that I didn't put on my watch list, but let's see. FSNN. FSNN was one that I did not put on my watch list, but you see it's up above the fast moving averages. So maybe this FSNN, you know, a couple of extra ones here. All right, this has been Zozo Stock Watch. Thank you everybody for the support on YouTube. I'm on Stock Twits at Zozo Stock Watch. I have my own website now. You can catch me on Twitter at Zozo Stock Watch. Come check us out. Come join the room. We're doing very well, and I would be glad to have you. Thank you so much for listening. Everybody have a pleasant Sunday evening. See you around the internet during the week, and there'll be a stock to watch list coming out each evening for you to check out and see which stocks maybe you're interested in. Thank you so much for the support. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to my videos, and have a great night.